Well, as you can see if you're following along, things look a little bit different than normal. First batter here, pop fly, and that'll be caught in right field, first out of the inning. First pitch there for Schottmiller as well. But you join us here in the top of the first. I got a late start on things. It's going to rain here, folks. I don't have the ability to get a radar up on the screen, but it's going to rain, I promise. This is grounded over to Owen Liu at short. I lied. That's Blake Hatfield. He'll throw over to Earther to make the play. So second out of the inning. Second pitch of the inning as well, and now we get the DH Quentin something up to bat. He steps in from the right side of the plate. But if things look a little bit off, that's why. I didn't bring any of the nice equipment because it's going to rain, and I don't want any of the nice stuff to get ruined. So we will let you know what's happening as it does. But right now I got to update the score bug here so it says Dalton is pitching, because he is. Second offering, swing and a miss. That one's fouled away, and it'll be 0-2 to the designated hitter for Kings. But essentially, there's an occluded front over Iowa, which just means there's a lot of warm air being pushed into the atmosphere, and that's one of the ingredients for a storm, and that's what we've got. This is also fouled down the third baseline. The correct term for what's actually going on, it is an extratropical cyclone, and that is, of course, a cyclone happening not in the tropics. And it is currently in the occluded stage, this extratropical cyclone. And the cold front, which is closing that triangle, warm triangle, if you will, is what's bringing through a squall line of thunderstorms. And if that doesn't make sense to you, that makes two of us. It's 1-2 now to the designated hitter. He's fouled 2 away, extending this at bat and further the inning. Schottmiller now comes set. He fires, and it's a foul tip out. Schottmiller takes care of business in only 8 pitches. So quick, I couldn't even get proper introduction set. It's bare bones up here. It's myself, the associate public address announcer, Mr. Joyner. Joey is nowhere in sight, but my uncle's here. So still 3 people up in the booth, but not the 3 people I probably would have guessed at 9 o'clock this morning. We will be back for the Tigers' first offering here, Kings, in just a moment on the Tigers Baseball channel. Well, now back here for the bottom of the first. Tigers get their first offensive start as that sky looks even darker Cold front's approaching, and of course, we all know those move quicker than a warm front. First pitch to Hatfield. This is popped up towards center field. Center fielder is under it, and he will make the catch. It's the first out of the inning. And I'm going to grab my iPad so I can start telling you what these people's names are. Where did I put? Oh, it's right here. And now batting is the trusty shortstop for the Tigers, Brady Stidham. He digs in and is ready to go. First pitch to him is a called strike from the pitcher, Yoder. That one just a bit too low. Stidham fouls that one back, hits the pole. Be 1-2. And the 1-2, that'll be a foul tip out. Stidham's now retired for the third out of the inning. It brings up Drew Earther for the Tigers. First pitch to Earther won't find the zone. It'll be 1-0. Second one can't do it neither. Caleb Yoder fires the 2-0. He'll find the zone for a called strike. Now that one won't find the zone. Earther has worked his way into a 3-1 count. If you're just joining us once again, it is supposed to rain here, and I don't have any of the nice equipment out. Because of that, it'd be a shame to try and push things one night only to have no more streams. So we'll keep weather updates live. I'm watching it. I'm not a meteorologist, but I did take meteorology in a college course, accredited with whatever credit bureau does meteorology stuff, and I might pass. The 3-2 pitch to Earther. Ball outside. Tigers get their first base runner of the night. And now it's up to the man in the cleanup position, Blake Kerrigan, to keep things going here for the Tigers. Kerrigan has quite the bat. Started the year off strong with a multitude of home runs and has just really kept things going. Yoder comes set. He fires. That one won't find the zone. Be 1-0. This angle, the phone is probably about 6 feet back from where it usually is, so there's a much wider view from what you normally see, which is a little bit cool. That's nice because we don't have the other camera angles. So it is definitely a trade-off, and yeah, there's a big screen in the way, so it's not ideal, but at least you have my voice to listen to, right? Thank you. The 2-0 pitch, Yoder fires. Once again, won't find the zone, and it's a quick 3-0 here to Kerrigan. This is a point where you might step back and just see if you get a pitch that finds the zone. Might not be worth trying to swing at him. It's called strike, and I spent a lot of time with the team last year, and the method just used, you saw Blake lifted his front foot. It's called the glitch method, and it was supposedly unpatched to earn walks. We'll see if he tries it again. He didn't, but he will earn the walk regardless. Somebody found out last year that if you move your front foot on a 3-1, 3-0 delivery, usually the pitcher throws a ball, and you get to go up over to first. It did not work that time, but it usually did. It was a good strat. I believe it was called the glitch strategy, if I remember correctly. But oh well, now we have Rylan Litchfield. He's got 2 on, 2 outs, looking to get the first run here for the Tigers. He'll take ball 1 on the outside corner. If the rain doesn't come, which I'd be quite surprised, I would have made quite a fool out of myself if that's the case. I will have to cut things short regardless because I have a dress rehearsal for a concert down at UC tonight, so I will have to depart approximately around 7 o'clock. So either way, this is going to be bad. It's 1-1. I'm playing. I forget the name of our program, but let me pull it up. I've got the time. Let's see. It was AI generated. I know that. It's a group of. They throw back to Earther, and they call him Lightning because he was back at that base in an instant. My goodness. Shouldn't even try throwing over there to Earther because he's quick. All right, here it is. It's this is the non-major orchestra over at UC. This is a pop fly, popped out of play. 1 and 2 now to Litchfield. It's for people that have instruments and would like to play. And if you're me, you're not very good. The Symphony Orchestra at UC presents Voices of America, Sounds of the World. And that sounds very profound. We're just playing music. So this is a liner over to the shortstop. It's misplayed. It was in the glove. And that's going to be likely an error there for Kings. And it's going to get base runners everywhere for the Tigers and Luke Zicka. Zicka's moved up in the order. Was batting in that 6 or 7 spot. Is now in the 6 position. But we're playing a lot of stuff, good stuff. No intermission though. We're just gonna power through because we can. We're good enough to. We're gonna open the concert with I don't know. Let me check. Oh, we're playing Nessun Dorma, a piece from a Puccini opera called Turandot. And we're going to have a real singer to sing the Nessun Dorma bit, which is cool. Got to be honest with you, the bass part, that's what I play. Bass. Kind of a snooze fest. We have a pluck every once in a while and just some held notes. Kind of boring. Then we're playing a piece by a lady named Catherine Fields. It's a new music. I actually do really like it, but I don't understand it. So I just I'm only 1 of 2 basses, so I play really quietly because no one can hear us anyways. Called strike 3 on the inside corner to Luke Zicka. Tigers will strand 3 and score none in the bottom of the first. It's continuing to get cooler, which means the impassing front is on its way. We'll be back for the top of the second here in just a moment on the Tigers base. All right, we are back here for the top of the second inning. Now batting number 12, Parker McDonough. Or McDonough, I don't know. I'm going to move the camera up a little bit. I think that'll be better. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. First pitch won't find the zone for Schottmiller. If you're just joining us, I'll say once again, sorry, this is the camera angle we're stuck with. It is supposed to rain here in lovely Loveland, Ohio, and I don't want any of my stuff to get wet. This is hit hard up the middle, and that'll get down for a single and a base runner for Milford. No, for Kings. Sorry, I was looking at the red. And it brings up junior Andrew Lyman. I was looking over Kings' roster last night because I had a moment of lucidity and realized I had this today. I think they might only have one senior in their roster on the ECC. One senior. His name is Tyler Griffiths, and I believe he is rostered. Griffiths is in the hole right now. He is the lone senior for Kings. This is up the middle. Stidham steps on second, threw it up and out, but Earther with the save at first. That's going to be a double play. The double play takes a lot of effort at the high school level. And Stidham had that ready, immediately stepped on second, had his throw ready, but he is also lucky that Earther was able to make the grab and stay on the base. This is a pop fly first base side. Earther's under it. He'll make the catch, and that was a 4-pitch inning for Dalton Schottmiller. I can barely get into any stories because these innings keep ending so quickly, and that's probably a good thing for you folks at home. We'll be back for the bottom of the second after a short break on the Tigers Baseball Channel. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you join us here, bottom of the second. Digging in, it's Rory Strayer. Strayer is, I can't remember where he's playing. Strayer is the designated hitter today. Offers at the first pitch. Strike one. So if you're listening at the start, and if you're still listening now, you have quite an attention span. But the resident scoreboard operator, Joey, is not here. We don't know where he is, and we don't know how to contact him, but he just didn't show up today. So that means associate public address announcer, Mr. Joyner, is now also responsible for the scoreboard. This begs the question, does this make Mr. Joyner associate scoreboard operator? No. Oh, here we go, folks. Vindication! The first base umpire has called time. He has thunder. Now, there's going to be great argument whether this was a truck, a garbage can, perhaps some other loud noise. And this is going to get interesting here, folks. Now, I have umpired games before where I have personally called thunder when there was no thunder. I'll admit that now. But our first base umpire has thunder, and that may or may not be true, but we are going to use the telephones to go try and prove this incorrect. We do have a lightning detection system here at Loveland High School. It has not enunciated. But of course, as we have this conversation, everyone's going to get out onto the field just to make sure that we're practicing good safety here. Everybody says, well, if we can't hear the thunder, let's look for the lightning. So let's all get out where it's going to get us and look for it. Like a bunch of turkey vultures. My grandfather had a great story about turkey vultures. We had a farm down in Kentucky. And he said they were so smart that in heavy rain, they'd look up and drown. I thought he was kidding. We watched that happen once. I swear, turkey vulture went up and looked vertically and drowned. But now we think we heard lightning. First base umpire heard lightning, and now we are doing the old look, see, and avoid strategy. We're trying to see if we can find some little pockets of it. If this was a better broadcast situation, I'd bring up some radar right now. Screw it. Let's see if I can bring up some radar. Nah, I can't do it. But, yeah, we're playing the old look for the lightning game. And, folks, we were bound to get here. That's why the camera looks the way it does. That's why I'm so moody. We knew this was going to happen at some point. And the first base umpire was the first one to pull the trigger. But again, my favorite point, let's remind ourselves, we stopped playing baseball due to a threat. And we are actively doing everything to be affected by the hazard. This is not good threat management. I mean, it's okay, but it's fine. So here's the deal, folks. We're going to stop playing. I don't know for how long, but they need to pull everybody down. So I might turn the camera around and talk a little bit, but frankly, nobody wants that. And this might be an early departure for the stream. So we are currently in a weather delay, and I have no banana phone. So this might get interesting. Now I am going to try and get a weather radar up. Let's see if I can do it. Going to try and pull up a weather radar here for you fine people that might be watching. I'm going to pull up my fancy aviation weather. And I'm going to try and share my screen here. You'll be able to watch everybody leave the field. Last year, when we played Kings at their place, we also had a rainout, which is interesting. All right, let's see here. All right, look, it's working. All right. As you can see, we have the current conditions here, and this is the Ohio Valley, and there's our radar. Us aviation people, we really don't care. I mean, lightning's bad, but it's not the end of the world. But let's see. Let's find this cold front I was telling you folks about, because that's really what you want to see. Look at this. So if you're a Hoosier, you're getting soaked right now. Bloomington you're covered. You're in the red. High radar returns over there in Indiana. That is moving over towards the east here. Now, I do not see a lot of yellow, which is smart people speak for medium returns, which is where we would expect to see lightning. I'm not seeing a lot of that. let's consult a more mainstream source like AccuWeather. Let's look for AccuWeather. You know, I wonder if the Astros had an issue with unexpected thunder delays with all of their trash can banging situations. I wonder if that happened. Because if that happened at the high school level, well, nobody would play ball. Like, hardly ever, I guess. Let's see. Weather here on AccuWeather, which I think is fairly accurate most of the time. Little ad situation. Let's see. We can get our radar pulled up. There it is. I don't know if I can make it any bigger. Let's see. All right, here we go. Look at this, folks. A lot of red over there. That's what they get for winning the national title. They're getting pummeled over there, wherever they are. But look here, folks. This is far away, but let's notice we have a large, steady state storm occurring right on the border now. It's right over Richmond, and it's getting into Dayton now. Do I think we heard lightning? No. No, I don't think we heard lightning. But in about 25 minutes, thunder. Thunder. Nobody heard thunder. But I'd say here in about 25 minutes, yeah, we're going to hear a good amount of thunder. Let's play this radar through a little bit. Look at that. There's like a little shoe. It's like Italy hanging out over Cincinnati. But look at all that red, folks. Oh, we're done for the night. Well, here's the situation. We've stopped playing because we think we heard thunder. Oh, and the newly issued convective sigmet covers an area of Ohio. Convective sigmets are used by pilots across the world to denote areas where there are thunderstorms, and we're in one now. My uncle is leaving. The associate public address announcer may shortly be leaving. And to be frank, I am also going to leave because I don't think we're actually going to resume play. So I'm going to turn the camera around and say a quick goodbye because I think we're done. So I will set up a little... Nah, I'm just going to turn the camera around. All right, I think we're done. If we gave up already, the chances of that same umpire letting us go out here and play again are pretty low. And even if he does, there might not be lightning, but there will be rain, and it's not going to be fun. Regardless, we probably have another 25 minutes on this delay. Everybody's down at the school now to be safe. Because it's baseball, everyone's going to want 3 hours to warm up again. The pitchers are going to freak out. So I think this is it for me tonight. I know this is it for me tonight. I might be back Wednesday. I'm supposed to fly Wednesday evening, so I don't even know. Boy, what a nice night. But sorry, that's the only updates. If you still want to follow the game, go to Game Changer. That's the best you're going to have for the night. If you did stop in to say hi, thank you. I appreciate it. This has been the Loveland Tigers Baseball Channel. Over and out. Goodbye.